Welcome to another episode of RalloTech Sports Health and Fitness Podcast. I have one of my esteemed guests, Mr. Andy Cross, coming in from across the border, across the pond. And I'm going to let him introduce himself and then we're going to touch on a couple topics. Go ahead, Mr. Cross.
Well, you don't say this across already, but watch the border thing, you know. These are the flight watch.
No bother thing, no bother thing.
You know, with the Shibata, you know, with the Panda border, that thing there.
For real, for real.
But come on, it's a pleasure. You've been trying to get me for a minute about business, you know.
Yeah, man, same vibes. When your work week where should I turn out in a like 40 hours turn into 80 or 100 hours because you have to make ends meet. So you set your seat, so the other bill. So I can understand same speed. As me in a chat on the weekend and when I said to you, boy, you know, me kind of have some proper material, you know, we can use to record better. So, you know, we do it and, you know, a couple ups and downs to get this recording done. But regardless, we're there. So, make we for the English speaking audience, whether you're tuning in from England, Jamaica, Canada, USA, all over the world, Caribbean, we just want you to know that, you know, you could be anywhere else, but you're here with us and you're tuning in to episode 17, long awaited, and we're gonna kick it off the real way. So, in other words, thank you, appreciate you being here. Big up yourself where you're tuning in from, whatever time you're tuning in from. Let's get it going, Mr. Cross. I'm gonna kick this off by saying I appreciate you spending a couple of your free time that you have today with us and with me, and I wanna say, you know, it's been an honor to have you on here because, you know, as I said in previous episode, you have inspired me to do this and keep it going because it's needed in the culture. So may I deal with it's needed for people our age and even younger who kind of look up to us. It is needed.
Yeah, no problem. And first and foremost, congratulations on episode 17.
Appreciate that.
Like, yeah, 17 and going.
Yeah, and lots more to come because, you know, I have other family members coming Canada side from the States, and, you know, couple of things that I would like to do was to link up with them as soon as they arrive. They're arriving this week, to say the least. And to be honest, it's one of those things where, you know, if they can make it up to Alberta, great. If they can't, totally understand. We're not gonna hold them. We're not gonna feel any type of way because, you know, traveling, especially in the summer, and you know that, like for example, you know this as anybody else. When you travel, sometimes you don't get to do enough. You don't get to do enough things that you plan to do. So, you know. But I'd like to have them here, have them on the podcast too, and, you know, talk with them. But, you know, if it don't happen, it just don't happen, and that's the best way to look at it. But one of the things I want to do is kind of give people a perspective on how we met. Let me get you to see if you can reminisce on it. How did we meet?
Well, I'm new to the mission. On the basketball court. I mean, the basketball court, they have some story though.
Oh, definitely.
What would I say? Rivals. At the time, like, yeah, you did have game. You had game, and you were the only person me think could have given me, who could have given me like a fight.
And a run for your money.
So you notice that one of the reasons why we have never played together and like in our pickup games, you know, because it will not be fair.
It would be unfair. Real talk, it would be unfair. And you know, I always look at it this way: iron sharpen iron. And if we had played together, and we had, if memory serves me correctly, we had played together a couple times when we had visitors coming down, And that's when we realized this is unfair. Let's switch up the team because people just getting defeated, and when certain people get defeated on the court like that, and I'm not being racist, but some of the white dudes, and when they get defeated, they turn red because this black man defeat them in a one sport which part they think they're dominant at, and they just can't compete. So tears. The only thing left to come to their eyes after turning red is like tears come into their eyes, and yeah, that's got some of the reason why we didn't actually play together a lot when we played on that court.
And so, like would say it start off being like rivals for real, and then game recognize game,
Yeah,
real
facts.
recognize real.
Yeah,
We,
facts,
we,
facts.
we develop a friendship, and then we became like we find out that we are family because my wife and your cousin.
Facts, facts.
Yeah.
That's why we say we are
So
real family members, not just saying it because I consider you a friend just the same, but cousin-in-law too. So
yeah, and
yeah,
some of people don't know that though.
a lot of
So
people
if I under
a lot of people don't know that because they only see the fluff and see that we are friends on Facebook and we used to play ball together. Me still have some of those pictures up actually, so I'm going to pull them down and put them on the podcast before me release it, because I want people to say and we don't just talk with water with mouth. In other words, we're not just saying it to sound cool on a podcast. It's actually more than 10 years worth of like friendship and link up and playing ball together, playing ball against each other, and it's real. As I said, game recognized game, and it's one of those things which part when we sit down and talk. Sometimes we talk for like 45 minutes to an hour, and we just chop up stuff that we're gonna implement. Like
yeah, I mean, like when I get to do it on a regular. I mean, I'm in the States here, then in Canada, and when I get to do it on a regular. But when we talk, and over the years, I mean, after basketball, over the years, we still keep in touch, and like every now and then, and stuff like that, and speak about basketball and life in general, like me think me are one of the first person who'd even get the privilege to know when Mr. Rallo introduce a new member of our family to the world. You understand? And so you always keep it 100 with me and vice versa. And
and
so it natural for the friendship fire, then the friendship flame, like blazed, and keep burning because it's real.
yeah, and for piggyback on that, I actually said this to my niece because she wanna feel a certain type of way, and I said, look, even if you set a reminder in your phone, if you say, you know what, I'm gonna call family members on Friday, and I still keep that reminder up, even though them don't call me, and I'm not doing it for them, I'm doing it for me because family is a huge part of my existence growing up. Like I come from a big family, and even though sometimes them not have time, I make the time to call them. If them not answer, them can't say me no reach out. That's not on me, and me not do it for brownie points or whatever, but me do it for make them know say, yo, I'm actually thinking about you guys, and me reach out to make you know that, yo, I'm thinking of you. But life get busy. I know. I'm a family man myself, so I know that life get busy, and I work 2 jobs, and I still do my podcast. I still try to play basketball when I can, but I try my very best to keep in touch with people because like I said many podcasts ago, we don't know what time our number is gonna be called. So when you can reach out to one and say, yo, I've been thinking about you. How are things? If things good, because you never know. I see people posting stuff on Facebook, and people are dropping like flies that we know growing up, and we don't realize that this life is so short. You have to enjoy every minute of it. You have to enjoy every
Yeah, so
minute.
I want to like you remember when there's well, of course you are a member still, but you and your wife but the invitation we get, I think could have said like 2 invitations, I think at the time to come to Canada. I think at the time even Anne got accepted to do a school in Canada, you know,
Oh, really? I
and
didn't
stuff
know
like
that.
that.
Didn't
But
know that.
yeah, but me know you're not gonna remember, you know, cause like remember, man, and
No,
I don't remember. It was
I
a Bible school,
I remember. I
and
remember the
and the second
invitation. I remember the
yeah,
invitation, but I didn't
yeah,
remember that she got
but
accepted to a.
you never know, so she didn't get accepted. Okay,
No,
okay, okay, okay.
no, that's the thing.
Yeah, man, she didn't get accepted, man. But then you know, life happened, life, and then we end up in the States instead, you know, you understand? And but yeah, basketball, you know, like I remember the first episode you do about even about how basketball was a saving grace for you,
Yeah,
and more kind of expound on that, like where can identify with that then, you know, because I don't know, man come from Kingston, Jamaica.
yeah, man.
Now Garrison community, Garrison, really Garrison. I remember one time too, but I don't think I remember the word. Yeah, I remember that what you do, right?
Yeah,
When I think I went to a wedding, you and Christine went to a wedding,
Plunkett's wedding.
and
Me not
then
forgot that.
yeah, and then they showed me up and said, yo, let me say, yeah, man, swing cross, you know, but then back to the court and the forward cross, I'm gonna meet you up the road, but I make it took a wrong turn, you know. A
Yeah,
shortcut. It wasn't really a wrong turn. It was a shortcut that made the people take.
yeah.
You know? But then some police people,
Yo,
the Babylon boy, they go see.
I
The Babylon boy, you remember that, right?
I don't forget that because even recently, like 2 days ago, 2 days ago now, actually yesterday, work till 3 a.m. driving home, and I didn't even get to say this to you, but I'm driving home, and I stop in the city that I work to get water, and then I'm driving down Main Street, driving down one of the main street in the city that I work, and the police, you can tell that the police is trailing you. And then she pulled me over and said, "Oh, your plate is coming back as expired. I might have typed the number wrong." I'm like, "You definitely typed the number wrong because I deal with my insurance every year, and on a like daily basis I make sure that everything is up and up for both our cars." So she said, "Oh, it's coming back as an expired Subaru," and I was like, "In my lifetime, I've never owned a Subaru, so you definitely type it wrong." But that was an excuse to pull me over to check to see if I'm
Yeah.
impaired or I'm under the influence of any kind, because she asked if I've been drinking, if I've been smoking anything, and I said no. To be honest with you, I'm just coming from work. But yeah, do what you have to do. Give her my driver's license, give her insurance, and within the span of like 3 minutes, I was free to go. But yeah, it was that kind of bring me back to what you're saying. It's like sometimes these guys pull you over. It's like a panic attack. It's like, did I do something wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that was that time, but then, you know, them let you go and we go play some ball in the night ball, and it was good, and then.
I miss
But
yo,
so,
really miss those
we
days.
said
By the
that, we
way,
said this.
really, really miss those
Yeah,
days.
eh?
Really miss those days. We were playing ball at night, and it's not
Yeah,
like
man,
here.
like, but we said that, we said this, like, we not really speak a lot on even personal things and stuff like that, but, like, when we say family, and when we say family, like, we keep it close and meet, and we don't really need to really speak a lot, you know, on certain things, on certain members. But yeah,
Yeah,
basketball was a big saving grace for me. I mean, Michael Jordan, I got introduced to the game like, and me I go expose my age now, like in like 95, 94, and 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 from me get like exposed to the game of basketball. You know, left me up to now, up to this time. I'm not playing as much as I used to back then, but I keep in touch, you understand, with the game. You know,
yeah,
like, so Michael Jordan retire, and then I was like, and this now is how basketball became like, uh, a God in my life in terms of I don't know like going kind of scriptural now. Anything you put before God, the Most High became a God in your life and
True.
stuff like that. So
True.
when Michael Jordan retired, like I was like lost. Like all of my game was based off of Michael Jordan, and when he retired, like for the second time, it's like me can't really shoot a jump shot no more, you know. And
Yeah.
here comes this little Afro youth, like out of
Is it
Brooklyn.
yeah. Yeah, you know who you are talking about. Me, I try to remember the high school that he went to.
Dupan.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And
Yeah, the Afro youth wearing the number 8 purple and yellow jersey,
yo,
you know.
I still have one of those jerseys that I got for Christmas. Still have it,
mm.
mint condition too. And every time I rock it, right now talking about that, I'm rocking the shoes with the number 24 on the side. Like no lie,
Yeah,
that's how much we.
yeah,
That's how much this is like a part of our life because
yeah.
one of the Jamaican artists, and I know you know who this is, but I think they're called Ding Dong. When he started off the song, he said Chicago with the. I think it was one of the last game MJ played. Chicago with the lead, and his song start off and said, "A 23 like Jordan are the goat here. You're not in my team, no bother vote here." You know what I mean? And it's like it's similar to your story. Michael Jordan, I got on to him what 92 when him kind of like him wasn't as popular then because he didn't start winning in championships that time. I think at 93 to 94 he start winning and then go 6 years span before he take a break or that's when I got onto him. And me used to be glued to the two station they had playing NBA. It was CVM and JBC. And I'm not gonna lie, when that guy is not playing, it's like me I waste time I watch basketball. Honestly. So I can attest to what you're saying. It's one of those guys where it inspire youths to go and play ball. And to piggyback on what you just said, long and short of this being in Canada, my nickname here, because a lot of the young youths them don't know Michael Jordan, my nickname here is Kobe. No word of a lie. My nickname here is Kobe Bryant.
Yo, you have to wear that. You have to wear that in there. You have to wear good
Man,
enough.
yo,
That name have a energy to it, have a killer to it.
ISO
You know,
King,
but
ISO King. That in legend will always live on because it's ISO King. And no matter how you want to look at him comparing to, because after a while, man, more you finish your story, but after a while, man, kind of gravitate to LeBron and Iverson and all of them something. But it's like when you want to talk about killer instinct, ISO King, you gotta give Jordan and Kobe the title for the rest of man's and woman existence. And them have that the title to the rest of time. I feed them title that ISO King, the goats.
sure, man. But yeah, like as me say, like yeah, Kobe come along and then that was a big part of me.
Yeah, man.
Until he retired. Until he retired, and then still keeping in the basketball spirit. Kevin Durant became a player. Number one, me no bring team, me bring player. So you see, Michael Jordan, Bulls was my team because I just saw Michael Jordan they till him retire.
Yeah.
Lakers was my team, that's Kobe's team until he retire.
Yeah.
And now every team Kevin Durant upon my team because I don't bring team, I bring player.
I gotta say this in regards to Kevin Durant, and even if you don't mind, we piggyback into this. What's your take on the I know the last USA game played on Sunday? Was it Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday.
So, what's your take on Serbia against US and France against US? Because those to me were like
I mean,
epic games.
the final was really between Serbia and America. But watching on like through the whole Olympics, like America played shitty, if we can use the word. They not
Of
really
course, of
play to
course.
them potential. I mean, Serbia gave them the best fight, but they really should have beat France by at least 20 because I just two players upon France.
True, true.
France only had two players.
France only have two NBA player, but they have number 7. I don't even remember
No,
his
no,
name.
no. When you said two player overall, two. What Wemby and the guy who dunked and Labran. I don't remember his name, but that was two guys alone put up a fight against all of them giants there. You understand?
No,
So
you have to give the a 3 NBA player upon the France team. I almost forgot about the guy with the beard, almost a beard like James Harden. What his name again?
But that's what I'm saying. Two person alone put up a fight in the finals.
True.
You understand?
True.
Only two persons.
Yeah.
You understand? So and it took and I think the performance of the USA team in the Olympics was based on Steve Curry didn't know what to do because he didn't know who to start, he didn't know who to play, how to get. I think one of the person who made the biggest sacrifice, like apart from Jason Tatum, that wasn't a sacrifice for him part because the man never really want to play the youth. But KD made the most sacrifice because he really became a spot-up shooter.
Yeah.
And to come off at the bench, remember, these are the youth who won the goal for them back in Tokyo in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Without the Curry and the Labrador and all of them things, they're KD.
Yeah.
And truly did. You understand? So I think that you there just prove over and over again, say, I really love the game.
Yeah.
Especially, and I can tell every team where I'm go on him, you know, anything you want me to coach, I'm willing to do it. You understand?
And it's a team.
So
I look at that as a team effort too. It's like they make it into a team effort because at the end of the day, you know, you want your team to win, so you have to make sacrifice. I said this before. When you're not shoot.
Listen, cause.
Go ahead.
Like, never speak honestly, right?
Yeah.
That Olympics was really for two persons, Curry and LeBron.
Facts. And
right?
to be honest with you, I only watched 2 games.
The first game, remember the first game, you know, when they were up by so much, you still could have put Tatum in the game.
Yeah.
You understand? You still could have, you understand? So, and the reason why I say that is because Curry, he's not going to play in the next week. You understand? LeBron, he's not going to retire soon.
Yeah.
So, and this is Steph Curry's first Olympics. So, brother, go shine. You need a medal.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, you notice that them two man, they get the most playing time.
And me want piggyback on that a little bit because something when me go and say, me watch highlights a couple of the games them, but one thing which part rub me the wrong way when it come on, if you really want to be true student of the game, how is it that Jason Tatum will win the finals in the NBA, Kyrie Irving will made it to the finals in the NBA, none of them man there, no, well Kyrie not even there on the team. I don't know why, I don't care why, but it's like a person that made it to the highest sports league in the US didn't make it to the Olympic because of some type of controversy where they have with him, and is a man with speaking mind.
The reason why Kyrie Irving never made it to the Olympics was because of the post they make a couple of years ago about, you know, the thing. Do you understand? Remember the post around the neck?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason.
But let me ask you this:
the reason why Jalen Brown never made it never get a call up neither was because he defended Kyrie.
That's the whole thing. When I try to get at, I'm like, all right, cause not all are we going to agree with certain things, see? But in the same fashion, if you post something by your personal, you share a link, right? By your personal Instagram account or Twitter account, yes, you're a professional athlete, but it's not you saying that. You post something about a movie. why is it that all of a sudden you're getting blackballed or persecuted in the media because a person like Stephen A. Smith or
Politics.
you know what I mean? It's like a sports pol.
It's bigger than Steve Nesbitt. Steve Nesbitt, them a puppet, you know. Shot them
Thank
a
you,
puppet, you know. You
thank you,
understand?
thank you.
Like, all of them are puppet. It's the Jews, you understand? That them have the money. That them call all the shots, not just in sports, in politics, in religion, in everything. You understand? That them call the shots, Virgin. And until we get to realize that,
Yeah.
you understand, then we are going to forever be deceived
And
by the machine.
and that's one of the things me look at. I'm looking at it on a financial aspect. I've been to New York, right? And me and you chop this up a few times. But it's like the amount. I don't know if you've been to New York lately, but the amount of Jews in a New York and the amount of the amount of business them run. Like my brother put me onto this. The man literally said, "Look, when there's a business in between New York and New Jersey, and them want turn it around into profit, me don't know if you know this, but me I tell you something when me see with my own eye, and my eyes not deceive me. The man them literally knock down a fully functional infrastructure, build something bigger and better, charge more for the rent, charge more for this, enrich the community, right? And me look pan and me say, you can't, game recognize game. You can't knock them for one make money, but it's like it's a monopoly at this point. You understand me? So if you look pan it like say, boy, all right, it's just them looking out for the community. You know, can't have all the community in the world. You understand?
No,
and when a man says something,
it's more than making money, you know. Like, you can't look on the making money, at the influence, you know.
yeah, bro.
At the influence. It's like, all right. Make a chat back in a
Sports.
in a history, right?
Yeah.
In a history.
Yeah.
I mean, Hitler. If we can go this way, you understand?
No, me no mind.
Hitler was deemed as one of the wickedest communists, like evil soul being that ever existed and what walked the earth. I feel we are no way at all. You understand?
Yeah.
So wouldn't you say the Jews now, Israelites, the Jews, whatever you want to call them and this stuff, they are the modern day Hitler? For me, they are like the modern day Hitler because about them, this time around, them have the money, them have the influence, them have governments of the world in the palm of them hand.
Yeah.
You understand? So it is what it is, you know. You understand? Like, there's nothing we can do about it, and then so if to be politically correct, let's just say we have opinionated everything.
And
you understand?
Me go and piggyback on that because me no know the full history behind say Hitler and the Jews them, but somebody who me listen to recently actually mentioned this. Did you know that after that war with the Jews getting free from concentration camp, Germans were put in concentration camp? BBC, right? Even though BBC... No, listen me. Candace Owen actually put this out.
Right, no, listen, cause listen. As I say, history is told by the person who give us history. You understand? They're not credible enough, Bridget. You understand? Because the truth be told, Bridget, Hitler did a different country from these people who walk over the war, take over the thing in the brother, but them never tell you that part there, you know.
No.
Listen, alright. How can one man who killed, like, listen, them say him kill him, did it. You understand?
Yeah.
Say like 6 million Jews altogether. 6 million Jews altogether. And the wickedest man it talk about as long as the earth lasts, he never stop calling.
No,
with evil side of it. With evil side of it, right?
But hold on.
You have a brother named King Leopold. You have a brother named King Leopold the second or the third.
Yeah.
You understand? In the Congo, 20 million black Africans him kill. You hear about him?
No. And me going to add this. How much slave have been killed, lynched, murdered over the span of, America's birth? Because the thing,
Listen, because
yo, we are
God doesn't
no,
come
no,
here. Listen
we
to
are going a
America.
certain territory, cause we are going a certain territory.
I never said anything about America.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
saying.
no. I am saying this because I'm not blaming America for what happened with slavery, because it's just evil people that was leading that.
No, no, America need to be a part of the blame. America is a
Of
part of the
course.
blame. Remember, I think it was in quote even the year, like where the maybe we can do this another episode. You understand?
So
Like
you know
I will
what?
do
You
this
know what?
another episode.
Let's
Just
put a
leave it there, so.
let's put a pin into it, because this is something that we really need to talk about. But in a
We delve
sense,
into that.
in a sense, like we say, we start off with the Olympic, right? I gotta say, with you know, I'm glad that they won a goal, because even when him Halliburton actually posted on his Instagram or Twitter or X as it's now called, that when you're a part of a group project and contribute nothing but you still get an A. Him said that. I mean, look, Pani, I say, it's true, because it's like, as you mentioned before, this was for LeBron James and Steph Curry. Even though a lot of the other um, cast members them put in the work for them to get the goal. But all you go hear about, oh, Stephen Curry and LeBron James, they should team up, they should do this, they should do that. Yo, at the end of the day, it's a team effort. I mean, I'm gonna knock them if win goal. They win goal, but it's like, to me, them
No, them
struggle.
couldn't lose.
Them struggle.
Them couldn't lose. Yeah, them couldn't lose. It decided for them to win. Look who them on the team, bro. You have LeBron. You have KD, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
You have Stephen Curry. You have Joel Embiid. You understand?
Yeah.
You have the upcoming Tyrese Halliburton. You have, if I pronounce his name right, you have Anthony Edwards. I'm speaking about Anthony Edwards. Like, I had the privilege of seeing him play though. You understand? Like, I said you have video still, but didn't send any video.
Yeah, he my dog, my youth. That I one thing me like with him, He not afraid I no challenge,
Yeah, man, I went to the Target, man, to see, I think, a game 3 of them and maps.
Yeah.
It was game 3 of them and maps,
Yeah.
It was like, the first experience that I get, like I had watching a basketball game, like, and I'm glad me tick it off on my bucket list.
Yeah. I don't have that yet. I don't have that yet. And, maybe at this year, at the year where we do it, but, like, me tell wife, me say, look, at the end of the day, I work this hard so we can win. It's not for me to win, it's for us to win, because at this point, I know you will agree with this. We not come here for count the cows them. You understand? And even though I'm lactose intolerant, I come here to drink the milk. So all who are milk cow are the milk I want prosper from, because here the thing, my youth. You have to get to the point which part you realize that there's a flaw in just working for hand to mouth money. And when you get to that point where you say, yo, this not working and I'm not crazy. I work 90 hours and all me I do are pay bills or so on. And we just look on it like say, yo, we have the ability as, we call it student of the game. Because in a sense, we love the game that much, we became student of the game. And even though we not play as much right now, we can still teach. We still have, it's like riding a bike. As soon as you go back on a bicycle, you remember how to ride it, right? We have the ability now to train the next generation to be like, you cannot just depend on a 9 to 5. Like, I'm doing this with my son, and I can tell you this. He's driving a ride-on lawnmower. Thankful I'm grandmother ride-on lawnmower. But you see the fact that me see my drive that as a little 11-year-old, me say, you know what? I'm going to allow you to start making money using your mind over your muscle and using things that you have learned on the farm, not at school, because he didn't learn to drive a ride-on lawnmower at school. He learned to ride a ride-on lawnmower at home, cutting our lawn. And I had a friend that asked me, hey, would your son come and cut my lawn? I'm like, of course he can come and cut the lawn, without a shadow of a doubt, and he can make all of that money too. because I want him to be able to use his in what you call it again. The word I'm looking for is like you use your mind and you think about something and you bring it to reality. So I think you call it intuition. You use your intuition to make money instead of depending on a 9 to 5 or a day-to-day job. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you on that one.
Yeah, man, like, but then again, it comes down to like just living and existing, like we wasn't put on here to exist, we to live, you understand, and we can't live without money, whether some people like it or not.
Agreed.
So,
Agreed.
but the thing is, if you have to depend upon your strength, your natural strength and them stuff there, I mean, what got when you get old?
Thank you.
You understand? So,
Thank you.
so we have to start creating for ourselves, and we run a couple ideas by each other, like a while back, and we just have a pre-investment. That's why I'm a grind as hard as me. You're privileged people of me now, because we should have been out there grind.
And
But
here the thing, cause here the thing, we have to show even if the man them we see him age back home in Jamaica, we have to show them that there's another way. You see, when you get open to another avenue, it's on you to share to the next, not even just the next generation, even to our fellow brothers and sisters. Say, look, yes, the 9 to 5 will bring you a short-term income, but what about the long term? Because you make a perfect point just now. Yes, you have the youth with you right now for work and use your muscle. But what about when you don't have the youthfulness of age getting you to an older stage and you can't use your muscle as you used to? You have to rely back on your smarts, your brain smarts. And your mind, I think Christine or her father tell me that. I'm pretty sure Christine tell me this. Your mind will always make you more money than your muscle. Point blank, period.
some people don't know if you use their mind. And if you touch on that, you say, if I can give you any advice, like, take the Joshua approach, right?
Yeah.
Joshua said, brother and sisters, I can't tell you, I cannot force on, but I say, as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. So, speak to your household, cause and when them come of age and have kids of them own, them impart it on to for them household and keep it flowing that way there. So you create generation. We alone don't know about that tactics then creating generational wealth. Like, how much you would get rich. If you get rich easy,
I have to maintain it.
Have to maintain it, and some people rich, and when them dead, I eat that. You understand? Them kids and them grandkids, they don't know about it. We should talk about West. You understand?
Yeah.
Well, we must talk about that. We are going to use the mind, and the little money we are making now, we are going to make money for we kids and grandchildren. Do you understand? So
you're going to make your money. In other words, you're going to make your money work for you.
Yeah, that you make your money work for you. You have to work smart. So once you have the ability now, like,
yeah,
you got it, man. You got it with a plan. You just work for the sake of working.
Yeah.
You understand?
And
you work with a plan.
To touch upon that, up to yesterday, I have a conversation with my son about that, Because I said to him, look, it's not on you to make people like you, whether family members or not, right? You see, as soon as you start win, you're going to have a bunch of people say, oh, I didn't know that you're doing this. Oh, congratulations. And to me, it's a two-faced smile. It's a two-faced smile because I look at it like, all right, when I was down in the gutters, working to get up to this state, you didn't see me. But as soon as I see you winning, it's like, hey, what's up, bro? How's it going? Long time no see. Yo, you remember when we used to do this? And to me, people like those is like the Bible, when quote a scripture. I could be wrong about how I'm saying it. Depart from me, I know you not. Right? Because when you're in the trenches working and tiling and making sure, things are proper on, as you say, for your household, this is what you're going to do. And then as soon as you start winning, those are the same people that come, and they come with, I call it the Colgate smile, because they come with their whited out smile just to see what they can get. And as soon as they realize they can't get anything, you're the worst person on this planet. So I say that to say this. Yo, I say that to say this. At the end of the day, if somebody is not rocking with you when you're down, don't come and rock with me when I'm up.
Yeah, like, I'm beside, like, cause we have one heap of things to come. You understand? And
Agreed.
have a plan and get to it. You know?
And
We have one heap to come, have a
and
plan and get to it.
to be honest with you, I wanna say this. Yeah, because how busy last week was, I wasn't able to launch a website. But the merch is still coming because I have somebody that same person that actually do apparels for my tournaments that I do. They are the one that's gonna start making stuff that we can put on the site to sell. Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, I want to make sure that you know I have a way for using this platform, not just this platform, but this platform to launch me into something else that can provide for the family, even if I am not working in the near future or I'm doing something else. It's providing and a way to provide for the family, even if I'm not present. Because I can say this, I am happy where I'm at in life, but I know I am not finished. There's a lot more to accomplish, but you can't beat up yourself too much for when you're not accomplishing where you think you should be, but you know that you're on the path to where you want to be. Self improvement every other day. Yeah. So just to touch on even that, because honestly, bro, like some of the things that I have endured since I've been here is only to make sure that my family is winning. Real talk. I just want to make sure that they're winning, and it's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen in a week, but it takes building those foundational blocks. So when the house is fully constructed, we're able to look back and be like, "Yo, I did this for my family," and it's not to get brownie points, but we work so hard that we can even provide for the grandkids down the road. That's what we want to do. As parents, as leaders of the family, that's what we want to do. We want to provide something to leave for the loved ones behind and say, hey, no, not because I wasn't there, it was because I was tiling in the night so I can provide stuff. You remember this one. This is a thing from Jamaica. Um I think it was like a saying that we grew up with. While the others were tiling through the night. I can't remember the exact quote from it. But you remember that one, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly where it go, but the next time we chop this up, I'm gonna bring it up because it's something that I grew up with and I live by, because it's like some of the times we lose sleep because we wanna tile through the night to make tomorrow better. It's one of the things that we do. Not just as men, but as hard working men that decide that we're not gonna choose the criminal path to get ahead, but we're gonna work as much as God give us strength to work so we can provide.
That's this was good, but I mean, maybe we can run it back next time, but
For real,
we have
for
some
real.
errands for already.
No. Yo, appreciate you being on here, man, because as I said, this has been something that we've been talking about for months now. Since February, to be honest with you. Since February we've been talking about this and seeing how it can happen, because we want we want to provide something for people out there that we are now in the position. Me and you talk about this, but we're gonna talk about it more on the next podcast. But we want to provide something for people that we're now in the position to do that we didn't even look at before until we start talking about it. Am I right with saying that?
For yeah, man, facts.
Yeah. So, you know, it might not seems viable for some people, but it's something to provide for a fellow man, because it's like you can touch on this next time if you want, but you remember the days in YWAM when you're you just got married, and I said to you, I think I was close to migrating to Canada. I said to you, I understand that this is the path that you're on right now, but as a married man, not just taking care of yourself, you're gonna have to do more than YWAM to provide for your family, because your immediate family at the time was you and Anne. You remember me saying that to you?
Yeah, man.
And I remember we have conversation after that, and you said, you know what, you were right, because I look back on it now and I was like, I should have moved before that. I should have
Them
made
say
move
nothing
before
never
that.
before the time.
Thank you.
Them say nothing never before the time. But guess what? Like there's no such thing as losing.
No, man, it's life lesson. It's life lesson, man. Life
There's
lesson.
no such thing as losing or failure. You just learn.
Yeah.
You understand how you should learn. You should. Let me say this, because not enough people have the ability to learn, you know. So, but they should learn. You understand? Don't see something as a stumbling block. See it as an opportunity to overcome. You understand?
A quote from about probably 7 years ago, maybe close to 8 to 9, right? I was at a conference. Me and Christine do a conference in Calgary, and the guy named John Maxwell, and he said most of the time, you don't realize that even if you don't gain certain things from an experience, what you can look back on the experience is that what did you love from the experience? What did you learn? Because there's always a lesson in there, There's always a lesson in there. And those life lessons live with, and like I said, this was 8 to 9 years ago, I believe. And I remember it like it was yesterday, because it was, maybe it's even 10 by now. Because we're in the conference for 2 days, listen to this guy talk. And I remember like it was yesterday, the guy said, if anything you can take away from this, what did you love? What did you learn from this conference? And to be honest with you, I learned a lot. And, the takeaways from being there was, you don't let people pull you away from your goal or your life's mission with shiny objects. Because as soon as you get distracted with something, like for example, social media, I said this to somebody recently, social media to me these days is like a giant waste of time. We could communicate with social media, reach out to people that's far away, even by video and all other aspect of social media, but don't let it entrap you into wasting your time on it, days on end, nights on end, or hours throughout the day. That's how I start looking at social media, because it's a giant waste of time if you don't use it right. Use it as a tool, don't let it use you.
Friends.
But yeah. But
big up the family, big up wife.
Yeah, man. And again, really appreciate you coming on. Thank you for your time. Sometimes it's hard to book time for this, but I really appreciate you for coming on. And this was, as I said, this is history in the making right now, happening in real time. And I appreciate, you spend a few minutes here where we can chop it up and talk, reminisce on the past, but planning for the future either way.
Yeah. Man. Willing.
Yeah. Respect again. Appreciate your time. And with that being said, Rollo out. Andy cross from across the water, or beyond the water, because we not deal with the cross thing. Don't cross the border thing. Appreciate you guys tuning in, wherever you're tuning in from, whether morning, night, or midday type of thing. Rollo and Andy out.